Welcome to a new day in Empyrion Galactic Survival, and it's going to be a short day because we are right down on the south of the planet here because I found two crashed capital vessels. So what we're going to do is fix that one there because that's the one I want to go to. And I'm just going to jump in the ship, turn the thrusters on. We're really fully loaded, so we're going to go full performance. Actually, I'm a bit low on food as well, so we're going to... I think I'm just going to have something to eat before we do this. And now what I want to do in this part is, first thing we have to do is take out the drone defending this capital vessel. You can just see him on the horizon. The ship's being a little bit unwieldy again, but we're going to have to get in on there. I'm just going to press F6. And then what we're going to do is spawn the toaster, because what I want to do is get that ship up and running. Wow. Here we're going to... Actually, let me just turn off the performance. That might give me a little bit more control. So we're just going to get in. And hopefully... going to beat up this drone. Taking these down with the Gatling guns is a pain in the neck, but eventually the long-term objective is going to be to have the capital vessel and a dedicated combat SV fully tricked out with weapons. I think it was Snafu suggested that I really need to use cannons, and that's what I intend to do. But I don't really want to armor up this ship because eventually I will probably, as many of you suggested, downgrade the thrusters, and this will be the fetch and carry ship. Alright, we've got some. And then, as I say, so we have the capital vessel, and of course what we're going to have is a hover tank. Right, I'm just checking this ship out. Oh yeah, this is the one that instantly deconstructs if you're not careful. I think it's the front section that falls apart, so we're going to have to be very careful in taking this apart. Yeah, anyway, first thing I want to do is get over here. There's a little bit of an headland here because I want to res the toaster. And we've got some arachnids there. We better get rid of those first. I need some meat anyway, so I'm getting a bit low on food. So I certainly don't want any of these creeping up on me. Okay. Obviously, killing arachnids makes you popular with the Polaris, which is good because it means if we get some really good loot in the future, we'll be able to trade with the Polaris and sell it off. Anyway, I'm just going to grab this. As I say, I do need the food situation. Aha. Right. And we're just going to turn the ship round. I think this little bit of the headland here will work fine. So we're just going to land here, turn the thrusters off, and it's time to introduce the toaster. Now, I know some of you are going to really kind of say, what on earth is he on about when he sees this ship? Here's the toaster, and it is a very strange ship in the sense that it does look like a toaster, and it's a very old ship in the life cycle of Empyrion Galactic Survival. You can see here. In fact, I'm just going to see if I can dock with it. But in a way, I really like it. As soon as I saw it on the workshop, I thought, yep, I've got to do it. I want to see if I can dock with it, and then I'll give you guys a bit of a tour. I'm not going to get through there, am I? Whoops. Loot lifter's too wide for the hangar door. Okay. So we're going to have to... It's not a problem because we can always park on top. In fact, what I probably want to do is extend the ship. So what we're going to do is just switch off the power, and I will give you a little bit of a tour of this ship. And you can see if I get here, you can see it is The reason it's called a toaster, because it does look like a toaster. I mean, we've got a side entrance here. We've even got the lever to push down. We've got the tops of the slices of bread at the top here. And we got a little bit of an entrance here. All the way around. And that's it. Is the only kind of thing that's a bit out of step here is the fact that we've got a landing bay that I can't fit into. Anyway, I'm just going to go over here. And we're just going to jump in. So we've got a side entrance here. There's also an entrance underneath and an entrance at the top. Oh, and of course we can't get in here because we haven't powered the ship up. So here's the inside. And even though it looks kind of very simple, and it is very simple, I mean, we can be honest, but it's got absolutely everything in here for basic survival. That is, we've got a med station, we've got a couple of tier 3 fuel tanks, we've got a fridge, we've got a food processor. More importantly, we've now got an advanced constructor, which will allow me to effectively make anything I want from now on, so I don't have to worry about a base. We've got 2 cockpits, which is a bit strange. And the only big difference is that if you go to the workshop for this ship, because the ship was originally built, I think, in 2016, the storage was the old cargo containers. And what I've actually done is I loaded this into creative mode and installed container extensions. So we've got a couple of container extensions on here now. One with 48,000 and one with one 32,000. So I've now got space. The other thing I also did is I put in a repair station here as well. And here's the oxygen thing here as well, kind of on its side. And of course above we've got a warp drive, so we can travel between planets now. The only thing is this ship's got no weapons and it's got minimal thrusters. And again, just to show you, you can see, well, if I show you the stats, well, we'll have to turn the power on first. I've got power on, so what we're going to need to do is actually manage some fuel actually. Okay, let's just get some fuel in here from the loot lifter. Right, let's do the transfers and get everything done. And controller, I think we'll put, so the ship is now powered up. And it's kind of showing minus 46 outside, but that's not a problem. Now walking through here, we've got to be a bit careful because you can see the all the thrusters in this area here. So one of the first things we're gonna have to do is sort out the thrusters. You can see it's a bit of a dangerous area here, walkthroughs. So, well, one advantage with this planet is we go outside, we can get it here, and if I show you the stats, you see at the moment we've only got 20 meganewtons of lift and sideways thrust. We got 40 meganewtons on each side. So if any of you want the actual physical overlay of that, that is 1 medium thruster for up, down, left and right, and 2 medium thrusters forward and back. And I suppose the other thing, oops, no, cancel that. I think the other thing I'll probably want to do is get some oxygen in here. So we're going to spend a little bit of time trying to find everything. Okay, oxygen, we'll put some, put a big pile of oxygen in as well. And I think what we're going to do now is transfer a lot of this stuff. Let's start from here and, you know, put there here. We'll try and do this in a kind of a sorted out way. One thing I have noticed is I am very low on magnesium, so we're just going to shovel this in here. We'll just put the there, and container controller 2. I think we'll go to controller 1. We don't need this stuff just at the moment. And base thing. The auto miners, I'm not too sure what I'm actually ever going to use the auto miners actually, but anything else here? Right, I think we're going to put some promethium in here because the cargo containers are a little bit out of sync, so I need to make sure. And right, fridge. I think what we can do is put all this in the fridge as well, because we've now got the ability to make food and medication, so we can put this in here as well. That one's empty, that one's empty, and I think we're just gonna put this, bring back some that and some silicon and maybe half the copper, and we'll put that in. So we're now up and running. The thing I actually want to do is make a tier 2 multi-tool. That's the first thing I want to make out the box. The other thing I also want to make is a we can make an ammo box for a CV. Should I just do a straight ammo box, or shall I do an ammo container controller? I think we're going to do I'm going to come back to that. I don't want to get too distracted with that, because what I want to do is hook that. That's the multi-tool. In fact, that can go back into that multi-tool. So we've now got that there, and I think probably seeing I've transferred everything over, we're just gonna see if this thing will actually fly and take off. So I'll just put the thrusters on. Got the thrusters on. Yep, it will take off. That is really good. And what I want to do now is get over and deconstruct that crashed ship. One thing I do need is some oxygen. So we're going to have to go around the back here. And I'm just going to going to jump in the ship. And actually, so I just want to check something. What we've got is we're going to need at least 4. I think if I can pull off 8 medium thrusters from here to be able to recalibrate and rebalance this ship and give me a couple of spares, and then all the rest we can just deconstruct for the resources. So what we're going to do now is just turn the thrusters on, take off. Wow. And of course it's going to fly straight up in the air because it's going to have the performance thrusters on, so we're going to turn those off. We're not going to need them. I don't think I've got a core. Okay. Actually, if we just land here. Yep, I need a core. So, oops. Got so used to flying this ship really heavily loaded. Get straight in, just do it the quick way. A toaster, and I'm just gonna. And the nice thing with having the advanced constructor is that you can back that back really quickly. And I'm just gonna put the core on there. But actually, we don't need the tent, so actually, let's just empty this as well. And put that in there. That can go in there. Backup fuel. And I'm just going to put this in the loot lift ammo. So right, we got that there. And we're going to need some food. So many things to do, so many things to do. Let's just knock out a couple more steaks. And that's actually going to need some more energy bars. Actually, I've got a feeling, well, I got energy bars in here. Got 1 left, okay. Right. Now we're going to have to take this thing apart from the rear, because I'm sure it's the front that's unstable. This is where it all goes very badly wrong. Okay, I'm just going to pull out. I'm not going to land on it. just in case it does blow up on us and self-destruct. Come here. I'm just going to drop the core on here so that we can. We'll just put it on this corner. Now comes the fun bit. We've got. And we're just going to retrieve these thrusters. Okay, reload. So I want about 8 medium thrusters. Once I've got 8, I'll be happy to deconstruct all the rest. So that's any more in here. I think there's one just up here. Sneak that one out. How many have I got now? Got 7. One more will do if I can find one. I wonder if there's going to be one over here. That one's gone. Great. Okay, maybe I'm going to settle for 7. Unless I can see some from above. There's a large thrust. Oh, there's a couple here, so we'll take these out. That's there. So what we're going to do now is we're going to switch to salvage. Because what I want is the flux cores and the oscillators. We're certainly going to salvage this. That's going to give me a Socosium alloy. Actually, I haven't checked to see if there's any cargo boxes, and I don't think there is. There's only the one, isn't there? There's only one here. So I'm just going to access this. Well, we'll that. Actually. Loot lifter. Logistics. There's an RCS here, which I wouldn't mind, because the toaster's only got 1 RCS in it. So I wouldn't mind that. Got heavy landing gear, cargo box, and we've got a lot more thrusters. The problem is now, this is where it's going to get a little bit risky. Well, I thought there it is there. See the RCS is right up here. Actually, there's a bed there. Retrieve that. Right, we're losing contact with the drone. Let's see if we can salvage out that one. There we go. Oh, it's only a little bit dropped off the edge here. There's the RCS. I certainly want that. Right. I think we're just going to move the ship forward a little bit, or backwards a little bit now. Because what I would like to do is deconstruct as many of these thrusters as possible. Apologies, we're getting into the dark and the ship's being a little bit uncooperative again. We may, but then again, we've got a lot of weight on board, so it might pay to put the performance boosters on. Now this is where it's going to get a little bit shaky, because I would like to get those thrusters, but at the same time, in fact, I think what we're going to do is we're going to break that and we're going to change to this one. Actually, which is the biggest one? Okay. Okay, we're going to change the player. Nope. Right, you've got a fair amount of stuff in here, but we'll be okay. Right, this is where it could all go very badly wrong very quickly. And right, this is we're going to salvage this. Oh, I should have retrieved that, shouldn't I? What's this here? This is an O2 station. That's a light. I wouldn't mind the furnishings, because we can use that for showers, and because one of the hazards with the ship, right? The thruster there. This is where it could all go badly wrong. I'm going to salvage that. And it did exactly what I thought it was going to do, that terrible ship. Okay, we're going to have to see what we can grab as much as possible before it all disappears. Yeah, we lost a lot of the thrusters then. That's annoying. Let's see if we can find. Okay, we're just gonna have to grab what we got left now. That's exactly what I didn't want to happen, but I think it happened to me before, so we're just gonna actually let's just retrieve some steel blocks now. I was hoping to retrieve a lot more, but I think if we can grab these, we can use this to work on the new ship. Okay. Right, there's a thruster there. We'll certainly salvage that. Retrieve blocks. I know I'm overloading the ship. Oh look, they've got some more. So we're certainly going to retrieve these. Any more around here? Okay, let's just go for steel plates now. When, to be honest, if push comes to shove, I can always manufacture the steel blocks. Ah! Okay. This is a very unstable ship. Right, I think I've just picked up some heavy landing gear. I think that's probably about the limit for this ship. And yeah, it's feeling a little bit heavy. So we're gonna have to get back to the toaster and see what we can do. I mean, there's nothing on radar at the moment, so we're okay. We're safe. Normally this ship is too flighty. This time it's almost like kind of, you can feel it's completely overloaded. So we're just going to drop in alongside here. And we're just going to power off thrusters. Okay. Actually, just clear the map as well while I'm at it. Now, one of the downsides with this is you've got to remove any icons you set to find things on ships manually. Okay, we'll go in through the tradesman's entrance underneath. Right, let's just... Right, now it's time to... I think we're open the door at the back, and let's just hook up, break that with the loot lifter toaster. We'll put the beds and the container controllers. Certainly going to put this here. We certainly want the thrusters. We'll put the thrusters down there. Now there is another crash ship close by, so we've got the option to how can you say, put more stuff into, get more thrusters if we actually need it. Right, that's that one there. Controller 2. Right, only got 27 steel blocks. That's not as much as I was hoping for, but never mind. I think some of the better stuff we can put into the top. I'll put some steel plates in as well, and the saphium and the cobalt, some carbon substrate, computers, light, don't want that in there, and we'll put the hardened steel plates in. Okay, so we've now got this area here. Question is, what am I going to do with this ship to make it more thing? We actually need some guns, don't we? And we need some ammo box. I can't remember if it's all unlocked. So let me just check. Did I unlock? Right, we got the ammo container controller and the extensions. How about the weapon systems? Where's the weapons? I don't need rocket turrets just now. Certainly wouldn't mind some heavyweights. We need some projectile turrets. Okay. Loot lift. Let's go back to everything on the right side. So I can actually. Oops, not the loot list. Toaster. Right. What do we want from here? We certainly want. Yeah, that's a container controller. That's an SV container controller. That's a container controller SV. Container controllers ammo, so we want one of those. And I think we'll make about 5 of those so we can get some ammo in. Weapons. We got here HV, CV, projectile turrets. I think I'm going to make 3 of those. That will give me some defenses. I mean, I'm only putting defenses on here just effectively to deter drones. I'm not particularly that interested in anything else. I think what I want to do now is readjust the thrusters, because as I said, all the thrusters are actually under here. So just make sure they're switched off. Yeah, the thrusters are off. So let's just, I think the easiest way to get into this will be to open up the back here. I'm just going to retrieve the blocks. 2, 3. I'm just going to take the blocks across the back here. I haven't powered up the oxygen. You can see virtually all the thrusters here are just piled up in this area here. You've got the gravity here, so we're going to take the gravity generator. And now I have practiced this a little bit in creative mode, so I'm not kind of making things up. I'm going to be completely upfront about that. Oh, there's a lamp there. We're just going to take that light off. Kind of a little bit in the wrong place anyway. Oops. And I'm just going to put that there. And then what I'm going to do now is I'm going to literally take out all these. So we got the 2. These are the 2 reverse ones. Actually, let's do this in steps. What I would like to do is put. I think we'll take that out on each side. And we'll take out these 2 thrusters here. Yeah, can't pick up inventory full. Okay, that means that, yeah, I should have hooked up this, shouldn't I? Bit of a fail on my part there, so I'm just going to hook that up here. And I think I can get. The reason I'm not going too far towards the back here, because if you stand in this area, you can get fried. Anyway, let me just get here. That's what I'm going to do first. Is I'm going to transfer all this to here. I'm going to bring these thrusters down. You can see it says the outside temperature is 90 degrees centigrade. Again, so I'm already being cooked here. Okay, let's just move back here. Too hot, I really. Okay. Can I get a shower in here? Yeah, I can get a shower in here. Just if I get a bit overheated, I can still do things. So here we go. And what we're going to do is put the 2 thrusters up here. And let's have a quick look. We're going to need to reverse that round. And put 1 thruster there. And I'm going to drop you in here. That gives me the our forward thrusters and get here. And probably would like to have the reversing thrusters up here. I want them high enough so that I don't get cooked if I'm in the pilot seat. And I think we're going to put them up at this level. Like that. And I think these ones we're just going to do fully enclosed. It's the right way around, yep. Because with these you don't have to have them venting to the outside. So that's given me the forward and the reverse. And they come here. And take that one, that one, that one. Well, these are thrusters as well. Take those out. So I've literally stripped all the thrusters out except down here. Do a quick group just to see which groups they go into. So we've got the forward and back, and everything else is empty. And probably what I'm going to do is I'm going to oops, I think we'll take that one, those two out, that side and that side. And I think we'll just put normal thrusters in here. We'll just put, whoops, and right, if I come in this way, and I'm just going to put one there. It's going to be a bit unbalanced, but eventually I'm going to extend the ship backwards anyway, so it will come into balance. Well, that's the theory anyway. I'm just going to we've got two thrusters that way. We're going to have two thrusters that way. Of course, what that does is it now gives us a bit more space here to maneuver with. And I could probably pick up the advanced constructor and move it back a little bit, but so we've now got what we need. So we've now got left and right, but we do need up and down. Kind of. Where can I put an up and down thruster? Well, let's do the down thrusters first. And I think at the moment we've done it again. Not wasting my ammunition. I think we'll put the down thrusters here. Okay, let's just there and I think we'll just use the enclosed ones here. Okay, let me just, is that the right way around? I think that's the right way around. Yes, it is. I'm gonna drop another one in there. Actually, I think for the moment it's going to be a little bit toasty, but I think if I put an enclosed thruster like that in the center, it means that if I walk out this way, life's going to be a bit interesting, but we'll be okay. So let's just have a quick look here, just group up. So we've now got, I'll show you here, statistically, we've got 40 meganewtons in every direction, 20 meganewtons knockdown, but considering we're on a low gravity planet, that should be more than enough. We've now fixed that there. So And I think what we can do before we go any further is pick up the steel blocks. What we're going to do is block in this area again like this, because at the moment this ship is not airtight. And now I do want to make a deck for the hover vehicle. It's actually, oh, it's okay. Let me just take this off. Okay, we're just going to retrieve the blocks. Going to take that off across the back, like that. I think for the moment we're just going to put a row of blocks across the back, like that. We put across, that's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I get some more blocks. Yeah. If we come back, maybe 8. Gonna make it look even worse than what it was before, but I think we'll be okay. As I said, I will be completely rebuilding this ship over time. So we've now got a rear carry capacity on the back. Actually, just to see if it will actually work. Jump into here. Yeah, I know we're going to leave the remote area. Thrusters on. And whoops. Okay, back. Yeah, I know we're in Polaris territory. I mean, it's going to be a very crude landing strip, but I just want somewhere to put the SV. So. And just turn the thrusters off. Okay. So we've now got the SV on the back, almost like in a towable position. We're going to have to keep watch out for the heat sources here, otherwise we're going to get toasted. Actually, what I do fancy is a bed. Okay, let me just 4. Okay, let's put this up and that. There we got some weapons. We need to just drop a bed in there. Oh, wow, I'm getting low on oxygen and food as well. Wow. Okay, let me just. I've got a feeling I may have to go back to the home planet and get some oxygen, or make some more oxygen. Okay, we're gonna need loot 300, because of course most of the main food, edible foods, are in this section. So, and let's use that last one up as well. So. So we're now back in daylight. Next thing I want to do is toaster back to the output area. I'm going to put the guns on. We need the ammo container. I think we can get put the ammo in the spaces. Why am I floating about? I think we'll actually put the guns on first. We'll just fly out here. How many have I got? 3. Kind of thinking maybe a cannon on the top here. Oh, that's going to be obstructed by these things, so we have to move the bread from the top. And let's make sure we can retrieve the blocks. So we're just going to take these blocks off the top, like this. Okay, and back to here, and I think we'll put a cannon actually on the top here, because that will give me capability and top thing. And actually I'm inclined to use cannons completely because of the strength of the drones. Actually, will that be too much if we put 2 cannons that side? I actually need another cannon, don't I? So we will eventually move these. If I put a cannon on the side there, like that, so we need another cannon. Give me here. Gun cannon. CEV projectile tunnels. Actually, yeah, I think if we go with 4 cannons, trouble is, will I have enough ammunition? Now, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to correct this mistake. I'm going to retrieve this one. And just wait for the other one. Where we've got both of them now. And I think what we're going to do is mount these as miniguns on each side, like that. That means we'll have 2 cannons, 2 miniguns for fire suppression, and that means that we will be able to defend ourselves as and when we need it. And right, we're gonna have to, I don't think I'm gonna be able to fly in there, will I? Will it let me fly the drone in? Yes, it will. Okay. And what we're going to do is drop one of that in there. And we'll put one there. We got 1, 2, 3. And I've got myself trapped in here, but it doesn't make a difference because I can cancel that. Just click on here. So we're going to auto group again. Yep, I'm not worried about that. And that means we've now got an ammo box with 48,000, so that's plenty of capacity. We've got 2 sets of container controllers, 2 cockpits, and the other thing I also would like to put in is the RCS. I've still got it. Where is it? Yeah, okay, we're going to put. Okay, I'd like to put the RCS back here somewhere. There's some spaces here, but we're going to have to take up the plate. Oh well. One should always pay the price of their own mistakes. And I think we'll just put the RCS in there. That'll give me a little bit. In fact, I wouldn't mind making a couple more RCSs. So let's just get into here. I mean, ideally, I would like to make that. But well, I suppose we're going to just have to make 2 of these. I mean, all this will get rearranged over time. But if we drop in a couple of RCSs in behind here, in fact, what we can do whilst that is actually working ammo-wise, and what we can do is make about 700 of those, and we'll make a couple of thousand of those. I'm a bit worried about the nitrocellulose because we'll be getting through the logs. Yeah, we haven't got that many more logs left. And of course, I still need magnesium. So back to here. So what I really like about the advanced constructor is that you don't have to hang around too much to get things done. And I think we'll just put this one in here as well. And come back here. And do that walkway. Let's put the walkway back so that I don't fall through the floor. We've got the warp drive and the oxygen. In fact, I think I've just had an idea. What we're going to do is, yes, I'm leaving the remote logistics. Okay, where did I put the water generator? Why can't I see my ship? Do I have a wireless connector in here? That's true. No, it looks like I've forgotten the wireless connector. Okay, that's a bit of a fail. So again, I'm just going to auto gather that. Equipment. Yeah, we haven't got a wireless connector, so let's just put that on. Well, loot lifter, the toaster, controller. I'm sure I had my where's they? What happened to my water manufacturing thing? Okay, right. I'm just going to put that into there for the moment. So I've got some more junk in here. I've got some oxygen, which is going to top up the. Okay, right. Let's just right. So I've now got the water thing. Actually, while I'm thinking about it, toaster. What? We'll make a wireless connector. Just a quick check. I've got some power cells, so what we're going to do now is just going to deploy the water generator over here. I mean, it's in a ridiculous place, and it probably means I'm going to have to come back here, but I think I'd rather have the water generator out here doing stuff than just put that amount in, than run out of oxygen. So we've got this area here. We've got arachnids, and hopefully the wireless connector. Let's put that back to player. Controller. You can probably just shove the wireless connector up high somewhere out the way so it won't get into trouble. And one final. We've got a shower and equipment. We've now got a wireless connector so that we've got remote access, and things are looking good. And I suppose what we better do is see if this thing will still fly. You see the core's in a pretty dangerous position as well. So, and probably one way to look at this is, and again, sorry for the digression, but one way to look at this is that if you look at any ship, no matter how fancy and fantastic it actually looks, when you look at any ship, the core of it is basically a box where all your core equipment is. So what we've actually got is the box here. Aha. You're in dangerous territory, mate. Okay. I haven't had any target practice recently, so where are you? Make sure he's under the ship. Okay. We'll use loot lister to clear away the arachnids. I need the meat anyway, so wow. Indulge in a little bit of pest control. I don't know if there's 2 or 3 of them, but we'll just come here and gonna yep, there's nobody else. So go and park the ship again. Power off. Thrusters off. Oops. We may have to put some ramps in here. Right. I suppose the final thing I need to do is poster ammo. Hey, cut it out. I don't want you wasting ammunition on stupid creatures and things like that. To take off predator alien. Oh, what are you shooting at? Okay, can't see. So actually, let's fly on this cockpit, if this is any better. Got a fantastic view of the outside wall, and we're just going to turn the thrusters on. Of course, we've got nothing custom about this, and we are up and running. Power usage is only 12%. Oh, looks like they were probably firing at these guys. So we are now up and running with a capital vessel, ready to go and do some raiding, getting some more loot. I will probably go back to the starter planet eventually to pick up the original SV and HV, because I would certainly like to have those available, because the eventual long-term plan is the loot lifter will stay in its role of looting. We'll have a capital vessel is going to be our Galactic Raider hub with all the equipment on it, but still able to defend itself. We will have a fully tricked out combat SV. I think Snafu recommended putting some cannons on it, and then of course what we will do then is convert our current hover vehicle into a hover tank, and then the idea is we will have all the necessary ships and resources to be able to effectively take down any POIs, and then we're going to become a raider and destroy virtually everything in sight. So I think we're looking good here. Of course, the downside with capital vessels is we don't actually have scanners. I'm aware that I've gone way over time again, but I wanted to do all this in one video so that we can now move forward and start kind of growing the ship and expanding. But this is where I'm going to leave it. Hope you enjoyed the episode. Hope you found it interesting. And until next time, whatever you do, enjoy your gaming.